Hi, I'm Crystal Payne, founder of Money Saving Mom and author of the new book, Money Making Mom. And welcome to day one of my 5-day series on making a full-time income from home. Today, I want to take you back to the very beginning and give you a little glimpse in how I got started and how rocky and difficult it was in those earlier years. In 2004, my husband was in law school and I had just found out that I was pregnant with our first daughter. And I was really sick with my pregnancy. So sick, in fact, that I had to quit working the part-time jobs I was doing, and I spent the better part of 3 months mostly in bed. It was a hard time in our lives. Not only was my husband working part-time and going to school, but we were just barely making ends meet. When we lost my income because I had to quit working, I didn't know how we were going to make it financially. So during those long days of lying in bed in that little basement apartment while my husband was gone at school and work, I started researching everything I could about ways to make money from home. I knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom after our daughter was born, and I knew there was no way that we could live on my husband's small part-time salary. And so, as I chronicle in detail in my new book, Money Making Mom, I began the journey of trying many different business ventures and income earning ideas, failing at most of them, but learning much in the process. As I look back on those early years, I can say without a doubt that I never would have dreamed that 10 years later I would be running a large blog, writing books, speaking to audiences around the country, and have an amazing team working for me. Honestly, I was just trying to find a way to earn an extra $200 per week to keep us afloat. But God had bigger plans. Many times people look at me and only see the accomplishments and success. What people don't see is the hours, days, weeks, months, and years I worked very hard and saw little return on my investment. They don't see the many times I've come this close to shutting it all down from frustration and discouragement. There have been some gloriously rewarding moments in the process, but there have been many more mundane and difficult seasons along the way. But I believe one of the greatest reasons my blog and my business has been so successful is not because I'm really smart. Trust me, I'm not. I struggled in many subjects in school. It's not because I'm naturally techie. Oh goodness, it's scary how pathetically non-techie I am. Or because I had a background in marketing. In reality, I didn't go to college, and I was a waitress and a violin teacher in my teen years. The reason my blog and business has been so successful is because I refuse to give up. And that's key number one to making a full-time income from home. Perseverance pays off. When my first few online business attempts didn't work, I didn't give up. When I only sold a few copies of my first ebooks in the first few months, I didn't give up. When I about pulled my hair out over technical issues while trying to set up my first few blogs, I didn't give up. When the articles I submitted for publication were rejected yet again, I didn't give up. When other people told me I was crazy to pursue many of my ideas, I didn't give up. For the first few years, it really felt like I was spinning my wheels and barely making any progress. But I kept researching, kept experimenting, kept networking, kept reading books, kept watching what other people were doing, kept asking questions of anyone who had any experience at all with running a business, and kept going when I failed yet again. And little bit by little bit, those long hours and the effort began to pay off. I didn't see much return at first, but those little trickles turned into a small stream that morphed into a river. Now, I don't say all of this to hold myself up as someone who has arrived or has it all together. Honestly, there are still many days when I feel like I'm so inadequate. I still fail regularly, and I still often have moments when I want to pull my hair out. Those of you who are struggling right now, maybe you're a few months or a few years into a project or an idea and it just feels like it's not working or getting anywhere. Perhaps you set a goal or dreamed a big dream, went for it, and now it seems like it's all crumbling right in front of you. Whatever it is, wherever you're at in life right now, I want to encourage you, don't give up. You may need to change your plans, tweak your dreams, or alter your course. You might need to shelve the idea and start a new one. You may need to extend the deadline or revise your game plan. That's all part of learning and growing. But whatever you do, remember this: perseverance pays off. Today, I want to challenge you to do 2 things. First, I want you to take 5 minutes to write down 3 reasons why you want to start a business or why you've already started. Put this list in a very conspicuous place, maybe on a Post-it next to your computer, or on your bathroom mirror, or on your refrigerator. You could even save it as your phone's lock screen or your computer's home page. On those days when you feel like giving up, or when you got yet another rejection letter, or when you received a discouraging comment on your blog, go back to this list to remind yourself of the reason you want to start a business or have a successful business in the first place. And number 2, find a friend or mentor or relative who believes in you and can be a cheerleader to you on those days when you want to quit. Don't try to go it alone. Surround yourself with a few trusted friends you can text, call, or email on your discouraging days. These people will remind you of why you're doing what you're doing and will encourage you to keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Winners aren't quitters. Keep going, keep pressing forward, keep learning, keep experimenting, and someday soon you will start to see fruit from your effort.